If there's one thing celebrities love more than plastic surgery, it's lecturing the rest of us on climate change. Why do they think they can tell us to drive less, fly less, have less, and do less, when they, of course, do the exact opposite? Hey, I'm Brooke, and you're watching Gorilla Science. Today, I'm ranking my top 10 celebrity hypocrites. Number 10, Kim Kardashian.
Earth's temperature is getting hotter and hotter. The sea levels are rising. The ice sheets are shrinking. And I'm not a scientist.
Keeping up with the Kardashians on X, you'd think Kim K is willing to do anything to save the world. Climate change is real, says Kim. And look, her heart is broken. It's not just tweets. In 2023, she raised awareness of global warming by inventing the nipple bra.
So no matter how hot it is, you'll always look cold.
Kim is so upset about the climate, she needs cheering up. One thing that makes her really happy is having a beautiful green lawn.
My grass. It literally makes me so happy.
So happy, in fact, that Kim continued to water her lawn even when California was in a drought. In the 2022 Californian drought, residents were told to limit their water consumption to 80 gallons a day. But keeping her lawns luscious green meant that eco-conscious Kim had to go slightly over the limit. How much over? 232,000 gallons over. Kim has explained that she has to pick and choose how to tackle climate change. Instead of picking conserving water, which let's face it is boring, Kim chose nipple bras.
And unlike the icebergs, these aren't going anywhere.
Number 9, Leonardo DiCaprio. You'd think that Leo, who aced at his ill-fated Jack in Titanic, would be happy at the thought of disappearing icebergs. Instead, he's become one of Hollywood's biggest eco-activists.
Droughts are intensifying, our oceans are acidifying, with methane plumes rising up from the ocean floor.
Maybe they should make a sequel where Jack doesn't drown but grows up to be a pious middle-aged boar.
I've devoted a lot of time away from acting to not only try to bring attention to it, but to bring much needed funding to a lot of these issues.
I'm surprised Leo's so interested in the planet. He does know it's more than 25 years old, right? Maybe Leo should stick to movies about luxury boats. After all, it's a subject he's actually an expert in. Here's Leo in a $190 million super yacht, chartered for a holiday in 2023. He's looking less eco-advocate and more Wolf of Wall Street. Across its 6 decks, the Vava 2 luxury boat features a swimming pool, a beauty salon, a club, and a gym. Plus, you know, probably a solar panel or something to make it green. I guess I forgot to explain to Leo that sailing one of his super yachts for just 7 miles emits as much carbon dioxide as a car running for a year. I don't begrudge Leo his well-earned break on a boat, but I do mind him spewing deranged nonsense about climate change. Something that, to judge by his actions, he doesn't really worry about. Number 8, Prince Harry. The spare to the air has made climate change one of his top priorities.
One of the greatest challenges is undoubtedly climate change.
In fact, it's just below whinging about growing up in a palace with lots of servants. Since quitting his job doing essentially nothing, Prince Harry has been looking for fresh, new, pioneering, innovative ways to do nothing. And of course, climate campaigning fits the bill perfectly.
There's an emergency that it's a race against time, and one in which we are losing.
The Duke, who was previously best known for going out in public dressed as one of the 1940s top environmentalists, was invited to tell us about the climate by the UN.
Climate change, wreaking havoc on our planet.
Harry is also involved in Travelist, an eco-friendly travel consortium.
We can empower people to make informed choices for themselves, for the planet, and for communities around the world.
He even turned his hand to acting to plug them.
You'll be moderately happy to know that you scored 3 stars.
3 stars? Out of what?
100.
100?
No, out of 5.
Okay, very funny.
Let's add learn to act to that list, Harry. Travelist pushes something called sustainable travel. You know, like flying to Lake Como to visit the Clooneys. Yep, Harry and his wife Meghan are constantly flying themselves and their entourages on a mix of private and commercial jets. Why do Harry and Meghan have to travel so much? Could it be that, allegedly, Harry and Meghan are raking in about $1 million a whack from speaking at events? That's what I call well-being. They're saving the planet all the way to the bank.
Please.
Boom.
Number 7, the Incredible Hulk.
Elon Musk is such a two-faced turncoat traitor because he was a climate champion.
More like the Incredible Sulk. Okay, not the actual Hulk, but Hulk actor, Mark Ruffalo. Mark makes billion-dollar movies with carbon footprints the size of Iron Man's ego. But he still calls for the closure of nuclear power plants like Indian Point, one of New York's largest.
We're celebrating the long-fought closure of the Indian Point nuclear power plant.
Ruffalo seems not to have noticed that nuclear power plants don't produce CO2. He cheered when the New York nuclear plant closed in 2021. Over 1,000 good jobs went away. What did not go away was New York's demand for energy. So, the month after the nuclear power plant shut down, New York's demand for fossil fuel power shot up. Given Ruffalo's opposition to nuclear, could we conclude that either he's not very bright or that he's not really bothered about the climate at all and simply hates industrial progress? You decide. Number 6, Harrison Ford. The Indiana Jones movies are brilliant, but unfortunately when it comes to the environment, Harrison Ford has become Indiana Moans.
If we don't stop the destruction of our natural world, nothing else will matter. I beg of you, don't forget nature.
And I beg of you, stop lecturing us with all this crap.
We know that we only have the possibility of avoiding a looming climate catastrophe if people like us refuse to give up.
Speaking of refusing to give up, climate warrior Harrison refuses to give up a very large collection of planes, cars, and motorbikes. According to GQ magazine, he owns no fewer than 4 airplanes, including a large 500-mile-an-hour jet costing $19 million, not to mention a helicopter and various classic sports cars and motorbikes. His cheeky little Cessna Caravan alone gobbles up 48 gallons of fuel an hour. Spare us the sanctimonious speeches, Harrison, and get a shave. Number 5, RuPaul.
The ice is melting and the ocean is growing. And then we're gonna be in the water swimming and they're gonna be like, no, global warming, it's not happening.
Girl, it's gonna be like that movie Waterworld.
Right.
Cut to us 2 hours from now spraying all the aerosol in the air.
What have I just watched? Oh, it's a scene that was dropped from RuPaul's Drag Race End of the World special. Drag and preachiness go together like ice cream and mustard, so producers were wise to cut this scene.
Now sashay away.
On top of which, RuPaul is admitted to leasing mineral rights to oil companies on his husband's Wyoming ranch. It seems to be a subject contestants aren't encouraged to bring up.
Did you see that article?
Oh, the fracking?
No, not that.
Oh.
Good luck with the fracking, Ru, but please, zip on the climate stuff. Number 4, Emma Thompson. Harry Potter actress Emma Thompson is her performance as a professor who can see into the future. Said to be worth over $64 million, Dame Emma never misses a chance to lecture people about impending climate doom. So much so that in 2019, she just had to be seen at the Extinction Rebellion marches. So here's the problem. You've been invited to be the guest of honor at an Extinction Rebellion protest, but the march is thousands of miles away in London. Did she come in on a Quidditch broom? Nope. She flew in on a nice big jet airplane. Did she at least fly economy class?
You fly economy to kind of reduce your carbon footprint.
I bloody don't, no.
We don't mind Two-Faced Emma taking a posh flight on a transatlantic passenger jet, but leave mad visions of the future to Professor Trelawney. Number 3, race car driver Sebastian Vettel. Okay, this is an easy one.
You're a Formula One driver,
yeah, but
one of the most gas-guzzling sports in the world.
Yeah, it's true. And
does that make you a hypocrite?
It does. It does.
Talk about a car crash interview. The 4-time racing car champion loves parading the paddock with white t-shirt slogans, complaining about sea levels, littering, burning tar sands, and of course, calling for climate justice. Okay, let's see it one more time.
You're a Formula One driver,
yeah, but
one of the most gas-guzzling sports in the world.
Yeah, it's true. And
does that make you a hypocrite?
It does. It does.
Number 2, Oprah Winfrey. Oprah got where she's got through talent, hard work, and giving people stuff.
Let's get ready to see things in a whole new way. Hit it, Joe! Who's getting it on?
This cute little two-way text messaging device, you're jumping up and down. You don't even know what it is.
You'd have thought the queen of giving away consumer goods would be pretty cool about the climate, right? But Oprah is at the heart of that world of socially conscious celebrity. To stay there, like many of these stars, she has to play the game. Oprah has called the environment the thing she values most in life and says she is haunted by the fateful image of the polar bear in the Al Gore documentary An Inconvenient Truth. Maybe she should go visit them at her private jet.
That's the thing. Can I borrow your jet?
Well, you know it's not good jet etiquette. It's never good jet etiquette to ask to borrow someone's jet.
Over 6 months, she's alleged to have flown in it 68 times. For the record, Oprah, the polar bear population is expanding, and Al Gore's predictions have all turned out to be nonsense. Number 1, Bill Gates.
Now, we put out a lot of carbon dioxide every year, over 26 billion tons. For each American, it's about 20 tons. And somehow we have to make changes that will bring that down to zero.
Moneybags Microsofter Bill Gates is really worried about climate change, and he wants us all dancing to his tune. To get to net zero, as Bill wants, we'll all have to drive less, fly less, or even stop flying at all.
We're not hitting all of the near-term targets for reducing emissions, and that's definitely concerning.
He's just not quite concerned enough to give up his private jet. In a single year, 2023, he's reported to have flown, in one or other of his various planes, 392 times. An average of 1 flight a day, and then some. Bill Gates is reported as owning no fewer than 4 jets, 2 Gulfstreams, and 2 Bombardier Challenger 350s. And then there's his fabulous collection of cars, which includes a $2 million Porsche 959 and a V8 Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren, which runs at 14 miles a gallon. When asked about the obvious contradiction between his super gas-guzzling lifestyle and hectoring the rest of us about climate, Bill confidently asserts,
Not only am I not part of the problem, that I'm part of the solution.
"You are very much part of the problem, Bill. Not the flights you take, but the rubbish you talk, and the dark influence you have over powerful international agencies and national governments." So those are our top 10 climate hypocrites. If you can think of any other celebrity climate losers, let us know in the comments below. If you think these guys are way off base, wait till you see this video.